Welcome back to Gunner's Update, your home for all the breaking headlines, insider updates, and emotional roller coasters surrounding the red side of North London. And today we've got a lineup of stories that prove Arsenal are not just building for the present, but laying the foundations for long-term dominance. So stick with us until the very end because you don't want to miss a single detail, and make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and leave us 300 likes to keep us pushing out the freshest Arsenal content for you every single day. Let's dive right in, starting with the news that has the entire fanbase buzzing. Bukayo Saka is on the verge of becoming Arsenal's highest-paid player, with talks for a contract extension nearing completion after months of back and forth between the club, the player, and his representatives. Con Harrison, a respected scout and Arsenal insider who is followed by the likes of Ben Jacobs and Jacob Steinberg and has been featured on BBC and The Overlap, dropped the bombshell that the 24-year-old superstar is ready to put pen to paper on a deal that will see him eclipse Kai Havertz's £280,000 per week and Gabriel Jesus's £265,000, with a new wage that will reportedly exceed £300,000 per week. Saka, who made his debut back in 2018 as a makeshift left-back before blossoming into one of the most feared wingers on the planet, has become the face of Arsenal's resurgence, and securing his long-term future feels like a championship in itself, with his current deal already running until 2027 but an extension set to add years of stability to the club's project. Alongside Saka, Arsenal are also pushing hard to tie down William Saliba, another cornerstone of Mikel Arteta's vision, with reports indicating the French defender, currently on £190,000 per week, will see a significant pay rise amid growing interest from Real Madrid, who are closely monitoring his situation ahead of either a blockbuster summer swoop or a free move in 2027. Arsenal's intention is clear. They want their best talents locked in for the long haul, with talk of unveiling both Saliba's and Saka's extensions on the same day to send a powerful message to rivals across Europe. Add these renewals to recent extensions for Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Magalhaes, Ethan Nwaneri, and Miles Lewis-Skelly, and it's obvious Arsenal are building a fortress of loyalty and ambition. Now let's talk about Piero Hincapié, Arsenal's latest signing, who joined from Bayer Leverkusen on deadline day thanks to a shrewd season-long loan with an option to buy negotiated by sporting director Edu Gasper. Many wondered if Arsenal truly needed another defender after adding Jurriën Timber, Ricardo Calafiori, and Christian Mosquera in the past 3 years. But Hincapié has already silenced doubters with a brilliant cameo at Anfield when he replaced the injured William Saliba, and during the international break, he turned in a masterclass performance for Ecuador in a World Cup qualifier, completing 75 of 88 passes, the most of any player on the pitch, while winning all 5 of his ground duels and both tackles attempted. He added 4 recoveries, 2 interceptions, and 1 block, earning a 7.6 match rating and sending a clear message to Arteta that he's ready to slot into the Premier League with composure, ball-playing confidence, and defensive steel. Mesut Ozil, the Arsenal legend himself, has praised the move, calling Hincapié a brilliant addition, young but mature beyond his years, someone who can play a huge role in taking Arsenal back to the top. That kind of endorsement only fuels the excitement among the fanbase, who now see Hincapié as not just a short-term stopgap, but a long-term cornerstone. With Saliba's fitness in question and Ben White still sidelined, the Ecuadorian's presence could be vital against Nottingham Forest, even if his full debut has to wait given his exhausting international schedule. Injuries are once again testing Arsenal's depth, with Kai Havertz and Saka nursing muscle issues and defenders like Tomiyasu and Kiwi are out, but the return of Martin Odegaard from a shoulder knock is a huge boost for Arteta. Hincapié's arrival could prove invaluable in ensuring Arsenal maintain the stingiest defense in the Premier League, having conceded only once this season to a Dominic Szoboszlai thunderbolt. But the drama doesn't stop there, because Arsenal are now facing a £27 million transfer dilemma involving Leandro Trossard, who, despite penning a new lucrative deal until 2027, is still being pursued by foreign clubs like Besiktas, who reportedly tabled a bid of around £19 million after the English window slammed shut. With Arsenal unable to sign a replacement until January, letting Trossard go now would be a gamble given the club are competing on four fronts, and his versatility as cover for Gabriel Martinelli, Havertz, and new striker Victor Gyökeres makes him an invaluable piece of Arteta's puzzle. Arsenal's summer spending spree exceeded £250 million, and while they offloaded players like Kiwior, Vieira, and Lokonga on loan, those moves didn't generate enough funds to comfortably offset their buys, making Trossard a tempting sale. But with injuries piling up and the risk of burning out key attackers, Arteta knows losing him could be catastrophic, especially as the club chases silverware on multiple fronts. Any realistic sale would need to be close to £40 million, but at this stage, Arsenal are expected to hold firm and bank on his contributions, knowing he remains a crucial squad player even at 31 years old. This is the Arsenal strategy in full view. Retain your stars, strengthen your depth, and keep building toward the ultimate goal of Premier League dominance and European glory. And with Saka and Saliba set to sign on, Hincapié already proving his worth, and Trossard's saga continuing to stir the headlines, the Gunners are shaping their destiny in real time. The overlap and is followed by top-tier journalists like Ben Jacobs and Jacob Steinberg, revealing that the 24-year-old superstar is set to sign on the dotted line in the coming days. Saka's new wage packet is expected to surpass Kai Havertz's £280,000 a week and Gabriel Jesus's £265,000, with numbers suggesting he will take home more than £300,000 per week, cementing his place not only as Arsenal's most valuable asset, but also as one of the Premier League's biggest stars. This is a statement that goes beyond money. It is a declaration that Arsenal will do whatever it takes to keep their crown jewel, a player who debuted in 2018 as a teenage left-back and has since transformed into one of the deadliest wingers in world football, carrying the club on his shoulders through its rebuild, and now leading the charge into an era of glory. His current deal runs until 2027, but this extension will provide Arteta with years of assurance, giving the project its ultimate leader on the pitch. And it doesn't stop there, because Arsenal are also working around the clock to tie down William Saliba, the rock at the heart of the defense, with reports confirming that the Frenchman, who is currently earning £190,000 a week, is on the verge of securing a huge pay rise amid heavy interest from Real Madrid, who are eyeing him as a marquee signing either next summer or in 2027 when his current deal expires. Arsenal's board knows the importance of Saliba to Arteta's vision, and there is talk that his renewal and Saka's could be announced on the same day in a blockbuster double reveal that would send shockwaves across Europe, showing every rival that Arsenal are not selling their stars.